Hi, I'm Hannah Oravec, the founder and interior designer for Lawless Design. This is our project Stairway to Heaven. Come on in. Welcome to Stairway to Heaven. This is the living room when you first walk in. And so what the clients asked for was a really classic New England home that was a little bit modernized here. The way that we do that is adding in a little bit of more modern furniture like this curved sofa, and then pairing it with a really cool, unique vintage Italian sofa over here. And so throughout the home, we have a lot of different vintage pieces, one for sustainability because we focus a lot on sustainability and wellness in our designs, but then also because it gives a little bit more uniqueness and adds a little bit more personality to your home. And so we have some really cool table lamps and vintage lighting, as well as some other additional side tables over here that are those vintage pieces. One of my favorite pieces along here is this piece that we had just got from Brimfield, and it was a late edition. I ended up picking it up last week, and I thought it was just a really cool little chair to put in for the music area that we set up here. And so what I really like doing when working with neutrals in a home is adding in different materials and different textures here. And so the shearling pairs really well with the sofa and the other materials that we have in here. We added in the chandelier to kind of delineate the space between the living area and the kitchen. The medallion was already there, and so we wanted to find something that was really light and didn't take up too much space, but then really had something that was fun and just added an extra little element to the room. Over here we have a rug that's by a local vendor, Landry and Akari. There's one upstairs that we'll show you as well that has really beautiful colors, and I love that it's just a really soft muted palette for this room. Since we really stuck with a lot of neutrals here, it brings in just a slight amount of color for here to bring in the warmth. And then along here, these shelves were existing, but we just wanted to add in a little bit more of some of the clients' own decor and own pieces that they really just loved. And so I also really like adding in different pieces that I make for clients. And so I have some artwork and some different ceramics scattered throughout the home as well that I did for the client. And then with the windows here, this is such a nice little nook area. We really like to highlight large and tall ceilings when we're working with spaces like this. And so with these crown moldings, we added in the different curtains up to the ceiling here, and just really highlighting the natural ceiling height in here. Because this area gets so much light, we wanted to have another little nook in here for seating, and just to have this other seating area for the clients in this corner here. And then along here, so this is actually the 6th home that we've worked on with these clients over the years. And so we know them really well, and we know that they love to entertain and hang out with family and friends. And so having a dining table that would fit for all of them to be able to just hang out and have something that was really comfortable was really important to us. One thing when we're choosing something that is a white material, a really light material on a dining chair, is to make sure that it's a performance fabric and it's easily cleanable. So if anyone spills anything, it's just really easy to wipe up and clean, and things just last a long time. That's something about sustainability, is we want to make sure that it doesn't just last now, but it'll last for years to come and still look just as beautiful as when we installed it. The client's favorite flower is a rose, and so we have different roses in the home, and then as well as this really large nature scene for the artwork that we got custom framed. We have a lot of nature inspired throughout the home with the artwork and different decor and pieces in it, really just to bring the outdoors in and make it feel a little bit more home. So in this room, adding in this different, more eclectic decor and different pieces in here really just makes that classic New England home a little bit more modernized. So this is one of the bedrooms. The starting point for this room was actually the paint. And so the client wanted something that was light and bright, but also a little different and maybe a little dark and moody too. So what I really love is painting the trim and the ceilings the same color. I thought that brought in a lot of uniqueness to this. And so with that blue color, we really played off of that and really kept a lot of the other pieces really soft and neutral. This is another rug that we got that I love, just like the variation in pattern in it. It's very soft and neutral, but really just kind of grounds the area of the palette of the room. And so with the bedding, we add lots of layers in with bedding to make sure everything's really comfortable. Bedding is something that is really important to look at something that's Ecotech certified or GOAT certified, and just being able to have a natural linen with wool blankets here just makes it really soft and cozy, and we really like adding that for clients. Over here, we have these lamps that are really cool. They're from a local company in Philly called Lawless. We've gotten a lot of their lights over the years, and they're just really cool quality, and I feel like they add a little bit of artwork to a light fixture and just make it look really cool. We have a little reading nook for the client over here. And then over here we have a dresser with just an area to get ready and just a few little trinkets on here as well. And we kept with a very light oak palette throughout the room to just kind of bring in that light and airy feel. So now we're upstairs. This is the den. And the clients really wanted a place to just be able to relax and hang out and have more of a casual entertaining spot up here right off the balcony. And so we started with this big sectional here. It comes apart and it's modular, primarily for the reason that we are on a 4-floor walk-up, and we had about 30 inches between the doorway to be able to get a sofa up here. So we knew that we needed to do something modular with the sectional coming apart so that it would fit through the doorway. This is another Landry and Akari rug. I love the colors in here and how it's a cut pile. It really just brings in this really soft blue palette that we have going on here. So we added in some different layers with the pillows and the blankets. And of course we have a classic Eames chair in here and a classic New England home. You have to have that. And then we just have a bunch of different treasures and different things on the bookcases that really highlight them and things that they love as well, and their background and a bunch of different things that they love. Up here, because we wanted to make it a little bit cozier, we went for a little bit more of a darker paint color is downstairs so that it would just feel a little warmer and a little bit more moody up here. But I love adding in different woods to a space too. And so on the console, we have a nice burl wood, which pairs really well with a more rustic reclaimed coffee table wood. I think that it's really nice to add in different layers of wood so it doesn't just feel one note, and to really kind of make something feel a little bit more unique and eclectic by adding in a couple of different ones. This is the room that the client really wanted it to feel like a garden in here. So we painted the walls this really soft green palette to really just blend in with that garden theme. And so just keeping this room really simple, we didn't want to add too much in, and just kind of highlighting key pieces with a lot of different texture. So again, we have the nice soft linen bedding from downstairs, just in a simple white color. And then we added in this really pretty lumbar pillow for that pop of color and different kind of texture and pattern through the room. I love this nightstand here with the marble top, and then it has this fluted detail on the nightstand. And then to kind of pair a different material with all of this, adding in this really cool, funky ceramic lamp. I love making things a little bit more eclectic and a little unexpected, so it's not just all one note and having something be the exact same style everywhere, but just kind of adding in different materials and different shapes. We added in this nice vase here to add in that little vintage element to it. And then the client's favorite flower is a rose, and so like I mentioned before, we have them scattered throughout the home. We have this really soft wool rug from Armadillo that we paired with this velvet bench here to just have a place to be able to sit and relax, and again kind of create contrast through different textures and different fabrics here. We did all different types of shades in the house, just depending on the space. We ended up doing these ones just because of the way that the windows were so large here, and they extended out to the full wall, that when you have something like this with a window, you're not able to put a rod in there. And so getting a shade that hooks into the inside of a window just allows you to be able to fully utilize that, and is just a better use of space than a shade in here. Then over here in this corner, we have another reading nook, and going off of the garden theme, we have a lot of different branches and florals going on here. I love this vintage table that we found that has these birds on it, and it really just creates a really zen feel for this room. And that's what the client wanted. They wanted something that was more of an oasis and really just to feel really simple and zen-like here. Thanks for watching. This was so much fun showing you Stairway to Heaven, which is located in the heart of Boston. If you would like to subscribe and follow along, it's Lawless Design on Instagram and all other social media. So if you want to check out our website, we would love to see you there.